Hello there. Today we're going to be unboxing the Acer Travelmate P4 Spin 14. This Windows laptop is equipped with a Intel Ultra 5, 16 gigs of DDR5 by 512 on the SSD. Basic startup manuals, 65-watt USB-C adapter, plenty of packaging in here to protect this. Really sleek look. Having a micro SD card slot right on the front there is going to be very valuable especially if you're exchanging any photos, any other data. Onboard stylus has a side button there. Got Ethernet USB-A 3.0, 3.5 millimeter jack. On this side we have two USB-Cs, an HDMI, and another USB-A 3.0. Really like how sleek this looks, very clean. Typical 14-inch display. It's got a nice built-in webcam cover, which I like a lot more than the add-on ones. There's a couple of other cutouts here that I'm very curious to know what those are for. Clearly, one of them would be a light sensor for auto screen dimming. Nice feeling keyboard, very positive, sure clicks on that. See what the hinges are like for the convertible function. Very smooth. And it comes back up into a good position. One of the things I often don't like about a two-in-one device is that when you flip it from the tablet mode back to your standard laptop mode, sometimes the hinges feel like they don't come back to the right spot and you kind of need to adjust it. I like that these ones always seem to naturally come back exactly where they should be from when you first open it. Let's turn it on and see what it's like. The port feels pretty good. A little bit of movement in that plug. I'm very curious to see if that's in the plug itself or in the actual port. Touchpad feels very responsive. Great split on the touchpad of exactly where that needs to be. I'm not going to go through the full sign-in here, but overall the display looks very crisp, nice definition. I'm going to try out some of the touch features. Actually using my finger on the touch features is very responsive. Everything works how you would expect. Feels intuitive. I'm going to try the stylus out as well. The stylus you have to lift up and pull out of the device. I kind of wish that it had that button that you could push to pop it out so I didn't have to lift the device every time. Not a huge deal, just maybe that's just personal preference on my part. Overall, stylus works great. Let's open it up and take a look on the inside. Yep, T6 Torx head on 10 screws to take off this back cover. There we go. This is a lot of what I was hoping to see in these metal reinforcement bars over the port. These make a huge difference in your port integrity for your soldered joints. Battery, very easy to access. It's just laying right here. There's literally no screws holding it in. So it's just the ribbon cable here, a couple pieces of the tape, easy switch. Your DDR5 is also right here on top, easy to replace if you needed to. Even your M.2 SSD sitting right out in the open, just the one screw that you're used to remove that. So that's the Travelmate P4 Spin 14-inch from Acer. Overall, I love the amount of ports that it gives, the micro SD card slot, which is one of those things that you don't use often, but when you need it, you really need it. We didn't go too far into the teardown of replacing screens or anything, but from what we're seeing here, the main components, the reinforced ports, everything being accessible makes me really confident that this would be a great device to repair. A couple of things that I didn't love about it were, as silly as it may sound, that stylus, having to lift up the device to take out the stylus. It might not bother most people. For me, it's just one of those things that would bug me every time. One downside might be for teachers is that because it's a 14-inch device, it doesn't have a 10 key. I know how important those 10 keys are to a lot of teachers when they're entering grades and things, but the repairability, the overall ergonomics of it, just where things fall, where they feel, to me, this is a device worth having. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.